Well, hello there. I'm so glad you've come. There are two things I would like to discuss today. The first is my YouTube addiction and how I plan to deal with it. Often, over the years, it has been posed to me, Amy, you're so wise and wonderful. Do you think there's such a thing as an addictive personality? And I have always said, of course there is, because I have it, so that must exist, right? But as I have grown in age and wisdom, I am of the belief now that there is not really such a thing as a specific addictive personality. I think it's a trait across all human beings. I think it's just part of human nature that anybody can become addicted to something. I think everybody has that possibility. I mean, some people might be more likely. But obviously, there's certain genetic predispositions and there are certain environmental factors that are going to play into that, but I think nobody is really going to be above or safe from possibly getting addicted. So, my latest addiction appears to be YouTube. Just can't get enough of it. I can't really remember when I started watching YouTube, maybe just a year or two ago. It really hasn't been that long. I had heard of it, but I'd never bothered to check it out because, like, why would I, you know? I mean, like... But when I cut the cable so we didn't have regular TV anymore, then I decided, well, YouTube appears to be free, we still have internet, I'll check out YouTube because I really, really love to watch documentaries. So I thought to myself, let's check out some documentaries. And I have seen many documentaries, which I love. So then I finally decided, okay, I'll try to have my own channel. And here we are now. But I do feel that in the past couple of months, I have been spending an awful lot of time watching YouTube, in addition to making my own videos, which take a fair amount of time with the editing and all. And I'm just not sure that that is the most positive use of all my time and energy. I'm still going to make the videos. I really like doing that. I like communicating with people back and forth. I like feeling that I am part of a like-minded community and I am in conversation with people who have similar interests. I love all of that. But I think I just maybe shouldn't watch as many videos as I have been lately. I want to support, of course, all the people who I enjoy and who have supported me. But, I mean, I am really spending a lot of time watching YouTube videos. I mean, I get up very early in the morning, and from the second I get up to like the second I fall asleep at night with my laptop propped on my belly while I'm laying back in bed, yeah, I'm just watching all the time. And so, we got to deal with that. I have the computer right here, as you see, right there. And it's on. I can't really show you because I'm sure it's copyrighted. Boop, boop. But what I'm watching now is not YouTube. I'm on Netflix instead, watching Call the Midwife. So I've decided, okay, if I am going to be doing a project like I'm doing right now, which is patching a quilt, which will bring me to point number 2. But if I'm going to be sitting here taking a break from cleaning, because earlier I was cleaning all the floors, I was vacuuming, I was shampooing carpets, I did a big clean this morning. But now it's time to sit and do our handiwork. I'm not going to put YouTube on. I'm going to watch something else that I love. And I love Call the Midwife. And if you all haven't watched Call the Midwife, well, you should. I think it's very, very, very easy. Very easy. There's like a, you know, you fall into these YouTube rabbit holes. You know, something pops up like recommended for you. So you click on it, and you have no idea why was that recommended for me? Why was this program on serial killers recommended for me? I don't really watch that kind of thing. I watch poverty documentaries. But whatever, you watch it, And then you're just kind of sucked in, and it's hard to escape. So, so I've decided not to just, randomly watch every YouTube video that comes my way throughout the day. I have to be a little choosier and stick with the ones I really love and the ones that I really want to support and encourage. So I'm watching Call the Midwife, right? I'm watching something else I love. Truly love. This is one of the greatest shows ever, okay? So that's one way I am trying to deal with my addiction, is to watch something else during the time I allot for sitting around and watching something. Next, I've been home on family medical leave for 5.5 months now, dealing with a family medical situation. And I'm going back to work in about 2.5, 3 weeks. So that will help alleviate a lot of the issue, because I'm not going to be home all day. I will not be able to watch YouTube or Netflix or anything all day long, because I will be back working as the dedicated social worker I am. So that will help a lot. And I may have to start making my videos in the car as I'm driving back and forth to work, because I just don't know when I'm going to have all the time. So there's that. And also, that brings me to this project. I sometimes feel like when I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm not being all that productive. And I like to be productive. I really measure how good my day was in how productive it was. And usually if I'm sitting around watching TV, I'm always doing something else. I'm knitting, or doing needlepoint, or crocheting, or sewing, or something. And a lot of times when I'm watching YouTube, I'm not necessarily doing those activities because I'm busy like clicking and typing comments and thumbs upping, and So I am going to make myself not spend as much time watching YouTube videos. When I have time that I want to sit down and relax and kind of be entertained, I'm going to try to catch up with some other shows that I love and that might feed my soul, possibly a little bit more. Oh, because what I was saying about getting trapped in the rabbit hole, it's very easy to get sucked into YouTube drama. There is a lot of drama with YouTube people. When I was just watching my poverty documentaries, I had no idea. I had no idea drama channels existed. I had no idea that there were YouTube channels that had millions of subscribers and millions of views for content that I can't even begin to comprehend why these people are popular or being watched. Like, I'm just sorry, I don't get it. I just absolutely don't get it. Anyway, there's a lot of drama. There becomes all this controversy and drama and commentary. And so somebody will do a video, and then like 5 or 6 or 7 or 100 other people will do a video about that video. So if you catch one of those videos, of course you want to go and see the original video because you want to know what they're talking about. It's just curiosity, even though it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really impact my life. It's not really educating me or making me a better person or helping my spiritual growth or teaching me anything. But yet it's sort of interesting. It's sort of entertaining. There is a value to entertainment, of course. Less YouTube and more get productive and get done some of these projects that you need to get done before you go back to work, and all of a sudden you don't have that much time anymore. So that brings us to this, my second point of the day. Frugality, what we're all about, is really, you really want to latch on, embrace it. Embrace the example given to us by the people who lived, survived, thrived during the Great Depression. For some of you, that might be your parents. It might be you. If it's you, you don't need my tips. You know what to do. It might be your grandparents. My parents both grew up during the Depression. My mother was born in 1928. My dad was born in 1921. So they went through their formative years during the Depression. And people really, more than ever before, had to learn to make do with what they had. and they had to repair what they had, and they had to be appreciative for whatever they have. Like, you make do or you go without, basically. So here we are, patching our comforter. I have had this comforter since I went to seminary. In case I never mentioned it, long time ago, when I was in my early to mid-20s, I went to Princeton Theological Seminary and got a Master of Divinity. That's the 3-year master's degree you get if you want to be a minister. And I had this comforter back then. I am now approaching my 53rd birthday. So that means I've had this comforter around about 30 years. That's a long time. And I love this comforter. It's very soft and comfy, but it's getting old, and it's getting old. And it's kind of threadbare in places, and the fabric is getting very weak in places due to, being washed over and over again for 30 years. But I don't want to get rid of this comforter because I love this comforter, and I don't like the idea of throwing away what I consider a perfectly good comforter, even though it's sort of falling apart and 30 years old. So I have been patching it. So it's really turning into a true patchwork quilt, which I kind of like and I think is cool. And I also have 2 other comforters right over there that also need a patch. One of them is my adult daughter's comforter that she picked out when she was starting kindergarten. She's now in her junior year of college. And her comforter got weak in one spot and it got a little rip in it. So I'm going to sew that up and put a patch on it, and it's going to be adorable. If I had to go out and buy a new comforter, could I? Yes, I could. I could swing it, but I don't want to. I don't want to waste my money on that. I have very strict budget guidelines. I have very strict and ambitious savings goals. I don't like embracing that aspect of our society and culture that just thinks it's okay to throw things away and go buy something new. I would much rather repair something than buy something new. That's just the approach. I am fascinated by the Great Depression, and I think I probably romanticize it in my head a little bit, which is wrong. But I think there are great examples to learn from what people did back then. Similarly, I am absolutely fascinated by life in England during World War II. I just am fascinated by that. I love that topic, and I've watched a lot of shows and documentaries about that. And those people also knew a lot about making do and going without and rationing and so forth. And I think it's a fantastic example for us to be less wasteful and to learn how to make do with what you have and how to repair things. And it's just a very different philosophy and a different approach to life. So that's why we are repairing our comforter. And that is why we are watching Netflix here instead of more YouTube. And those are my thoughts for the day. So, and, if you ever feel so inclined to subscribe, well, there you go. Hit the button. Hit the button to subscribe so you can hear more of my singing. Oh, yeah. Have a great day.